Good morning. Thought I'd run you through the inside and outside of the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. This is one we received just the other day and it's going to be my daily car for work, so thought I'd show you the inside. So we've opted for the 3 seats in the back. As you can see, we've gone for the red, which is more of a burgundy. We did the Alcantara fitted out seats. We've gone for the 14 way. And the reason for that is, although the 18 way I believe are sportier, they don't give you the cooled seat function and the massage seat function, which I can show you in a bit. So sorry it's a bit shaky, I'm just trying to get Saturday morning. Looking around the car, I'll flip the car, probably easier. Right, so you've got the car, you've got the other screen, got the seats down there. They're going on poppy red interior, and then it comes with a fire extinguisher, which is potentially quite useful. You never know, hopefully you won't need it. That's where we've got the additional screen for the passenger. Just says Taycan otherwise. The digital and analog clock. So again on these the time is in digital and the seconds is around the perimeter in analog. Excuse me. So we've got all the other functions on here, which again I know lots of other people have gone through because I've seen the video so many times and it's just brilliant. You can use the display down there, and then that one is like a scroll pad. So again, as I'm sure if you've watched a lot on the Taycan, you've seen people doing that, and I'll be honest, I found that really useful and I've got quite used to doing that already in the couple of days I've had it. So as you continue around, you've got the park button and then reverse, neutral, drive buttons on the side that get talked about. So on this one we've opted for, just zoom out a touch, we've opted for the full package essentially. So oh, look at that for the time, 9:11. That couldn't have been much better timed. So as you come around there, I'll just show you all the other bits that we've got with it. So the controller there, which is your little function of mode selector, currently in normal. And how many miles are we on? 108 miles, and it's just been charging overnight, so I plugged it in at the house, which I'll show you after, and it took about, I think it was 8 hours to charge it, but it was about 30% full. So yeah, that was good, not too bad. Cost about, I'd say £8 maybe. We're on a day-night tariff here, so what we do, or what I'm going to do, is if I plug it in the house, I'll wait till I think it's 9 o'clock in the evening and then plug it in. It'll charge as needed, so if it goes from 0 to full, let's say estimated 90 kilowatt hours, it won't be that low and it won't go that high. You'll be looking at 9 times 8, so then you're going to be talking about £7.20. So yeah, works good. Little book in there that comes with the car, and the stereo. I don't know if you can see. I'll open the door. We went for the Burmeister upgrade, and that is amazing. That sounds is just ridiculous. So if I put it into drive, it won't let me. Oh yeah, because I'm still plugged in. Okay. Remove the vehicle plug. So I'll show you the plug on the outside. I think I have to lock and unlock the car to take it out. I'll see. Smoker's pack. Good old smoker's pack. Don't smoke, but you know, it's a good little bit of kit to come to keep coins and stuff in there. Stops you getting in dirty in your cup holders. The wonderful push to click open. That's on the side there. Storage unit. A couple of USB-Cs. 12-volt plug. Little thing to hold your phone. And again, Burmeister continued up there, which just looks superb. So the panoramic roof, I'll take you outside a second. Oh, it's a little bit raining, not too bad. A little bit drizzly more than anything. So the car, it'll let me do it now because that's what I'll do. I'll turn the car off. Key not detected, we know that. It was in my pocket, so that's now off. Come outside. So again, you can lock it either with the key, which I've got in a little pouch the Porsche gave me, or push and hold. That drops that in, that goes. So here's a better look at the outside of it. Carbon ceramics, and the body kit, the Taycan number plate. So what you can see on the front of here, we've got, if you can see it, that one which does your distance and your adaptive cruise control, and then that's the night vision. So that one just shows you in the dark any heat signatures, and again I'll run through that no doubt at some point. That's the Panamera, which I did a little bit of a video on. And this one is the same. It's got the little adaptive points there and there. So this one has two. I don't know why it's two. I don't know if they do the same thing. Maybe someone knows more on that. So I went for the blue tinged lights as well. So this is, as I see it anyway, pretty much fully loaded. Opted for lots of great options on it. See, plugged in, so that just unlocked because I walked close to it. Handles lifted up, everything's ready on there, and then the boot, which is a lovely place to look. It's a nice back end. Taycan. You can see the little kit. So again, now comes as part of the upgraded kit. Gives you those little wings on the back, a wider nose on the front, so the little nostrils, I suppose, as they are. Those things. So that's part of the kit. And then it's on the front as well, the splitter. Oh, I'll just open my garage. And also, if I open this locks again. Open the front boot. Okay. I currently have nothing in there. I'd say it's comparable to a 911, but I don't know, it seems a little bit smaller. I can't remember, I haven't had a 911 in a long time, but to the McLaren, which I did a little video on, the McLaren one seems bigger to me. Seems like a bigger boot altogether. So you've got little hydraulic rams holding it up there. Again, lots of nice, currently clean plastic. There's your windscreen wash fill up. Guessing that's something to do with the brakes liquid. Hopefully you shouldn't have to touch it because that should be a Porsche thing, part of the service. And then I usually use the badge to push down. It doesn't mark the bonnet or dent it, or that won't open at the moment because the other side's open. So again, the handles stay out. We'll open the boot. Still got a lovely blue protective cover on, so like little drop down pockets in there. Got the charger kit. I probably got little hook on points on the back. I probably won't leave that in here. There's a nice cup, Porsche, that they gave me, 12 volt if you needed to pump your tyres up or something. I opted for the type 2 cable because places where I go for work, they have charger points, but they only have the socket on the wall, so you need to have this little cable there that allows you to plug it into the car and then plug it into the socket. Close. So you've got two options on this one. So you either just close the boot, or if you close it, it'll lock it as well. That's what the key is for. So if I push that, you see it now. Oh, no, oh, I'd fib. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a preset, sorry. I've seen them before, you close it and lock it. I'll have to look into that a bit more. I'm sure it'll turn up. And on there, I don't know if you can see it, the roof, it looks red. That's a nice touch. You can see all of the glass. So we've got the little zappy unit outside the house. And this one, currently the house is pulling 2 kilowatts, 1.9, 2.4. We're not actually charging, and the reason for that, we've got zero solar at the minute. We've got solar panels on. It's about peaks at 3.9 kilowatt hours, or sorry, 3.9 kilowatts, and it's a total of about 5.1 kilowatts altogether. So my neighbour, he's got a Tesla. I'll talk to Andrew another time, see if we can get info on his Tesla. So again, that's the car, that's the nose. Well then, if I'll let me unplug it. Yes, hey. And this is the DC side charger, but using it for AC, which you can use it for either. And then the other side, which again I'm sure you've seen information on, you can do. Oh, there it goes. I didn't even have to swipe it. I only took my fingers. So open it. Give it a second. Close it. So the sensor you can do the same way. You don't have to go one way to open and one way to close. It's basically the same either way. Plug that back into there. And then, yeah, so again, pulling 2.5 kilowatts. The reason for that is it's charging the batteries on the house. So we want to make sure that we're having a bit of power. It happened the other day actually, the street lost power, and then our house dropped out and then came straight back in. It was just fantastic. So, okay, bit more of a look there. There we are. And all I did is put my hand under it. Or you can put your hand and lock it. This is the little bird's eye view cameras, if you can see that on there. Yeah, there it is. So that's one of the bird's eye view cameras that helps you see the top view of the car when it goes into reverse, or if you put it into that mode. Front there. Again, it's carbon ceramic discs. Because it's a Turbo S, they come standard. I opted for to tell you it's electric, and also that the red, I like red on the car. The wheels on this are 21 inch and they're low profile Pirellis. Okay, so if we go back inside now, just put my fingers under there and they open up. Alright, now in here, sorry, so it shows you that Turbo S, Taycan Turbo S, upside down, back in the car. Close the door, zoom out a bit more, and then the car starts up again. Just telling me there's a fault, emergency call function fault service necessary. So I'll speak to Porsche about that. So as I was saying, it's Edinburgh that we bought the car from, and they had to deliver it down. And I did order one originally from Cardiff, but it was just a struggle to get them because they had so many orders, and different depots have different orders, and although they're all Porsche, they're actually different business units and different business entities. So yeah, ended up going to Edinburgh, which is where we got the Panamera from, and they were brilliant, very helpful. Scott Fraser, I'm sure you won't mind me mentioning him. If you need help with a Porsche, anyone, new, old, second-hand, third-hand, whatever, give him a call. So this does mark up a little bit on there. So see, I'll go through other little bits on there. But I've got one of these window wipe units, and then just give it a little wipe as you go in. Job done. Simple as that. Right? Just push the park. Simple as that, and then I push the buttons. So just push the park. So that's what I'm talking about with the little views. So outside there, that one is actually looking down from the wing mirror. That one's on the other wing mirror. That's your rear camera, that's your front camera, and they just cleverly put them all together. So that camera there is that camera there. Alright, so then you can change your view and perspective. So there you go. So that's now looking at the car from the front in some form of visual perspective. Spin it around to the back. There, I can see the charger, and then the other side, and then do it from that side. Yeah. Oh, look at that. They got the colour of the calipers wrong. They must have built this on a turbo, not a Turbo S, because it's got the white. Never mind. Least of my problems. So, same thing there with the buttons. You can push them on and off, put on your headlights, turns off automatic. The rest of it is display, so again, because of the functionality. So let me just put, I go into drive, I can turn the steering wheel, because until then it's kind of fixed. I'm going to push park. There we are. Stops again, park comes up, and then gives you a bit of an idea of what. So I'll go through some of the displays if you'd like. I would like, so we're going to go through them. You don't have to watch it, choice is yours. There is the adaptive cruise control, and then if you look to the left and the right of the car, there's like a lane keep assist on it. So as you're driving along, they'll light up when it recognises there's got a lane either side, and then if it varies or tries to veer left or right, and then it'll either alarm, or if you drive over it, the car will feel a little vibration, or it'll tell you not to do it. The other options on that side that we have, so all I'm doing is say push that, and then that one. So I'm going to scroll up. It shows you what the other functions are. So that's assistance system, traffic signals. Okay, so whenever you're driving, it'll pick up it picks the traffic signs up anyway, but I guess that follows that. Scroll down, G-force. This is one I just never use. Doesn't bother me. I've never been too concerned with that one. All wheels, sometimes use this. It gives you a bit of an indication if you're using front wheel or rear wheel drive when you go in, so that's just nice to know. But again, not overly worried. Just nice for info. Porsche dynamic chassis control. Chassis. So yeah, if you're going around corners, it says left or right. I think it just assists it to keep it flat. And then tyre information. It starts measuring after a certain speed. Okay, so that one, I'm just leaving assisted systems. Push that button again, comes to the middle. So when it goes to the middle, again, scroll up and down. So I'm on power meter now. That shows map. I got it on Google Maps view. Scroll down, extended map. I'm sure you've seen, takes over the screen. Scroll down, night view assist. So that one then, you can see it's looking at the car in front, and it's just giving you some form of idea of any heat signature. So that car hasn't moved today by the looks of it. Just going to open the door a sec because it's steaming up in here. All right. But that's good when you drive in night time. It just shows you things that you wouldn't necessarily see. Animals, people, whatever the case may be, coming around from areas that the car will pick it up a lot quicker because it is looking at the thermal signature, not just looking at a person, which we would do ourselves. Then reduced goes into reduce mode, as it says on the tin. And again, that gives you a little bit of information. Look on the speedo, it might well do the power and regen option. I don't know, we'll have a look. See, I've only done, well, I think I've done about 90 miles. And then back to where I would live with it, which is power meter. Unless I'm going somewhere. Push that button again, over to the right it goes. So this one now, you've got navigation, no routes added. Yeah, that's right. Trip, and it gives you where we are now. So 13 minutes, gone nowhere, done nothing, 0 distance. But if you then push it again, it takes you in, you can have your options. So continuous, reset, since charging, so that'll be nothing because I guess, yeah. If I go continuous, that should be from the moment pretty much that the car was. So yeah, 107 miles. It's had 23 hours of driving, and we've done 0.5 miles per kilowatt hour as an average. So again, that'll rise over time and we'll see how that goes. I'll have a little bit of a mess around with it. See, we got different functions then, same with the buttons. That's going to be your turn off the traction control. That will be your dampers, so it'll, I guess it's going to be a 2-stage. That's one. Shows one. Where did that come up? Down the bottom it says Sport. If I do it again, it says Sport Plus. Do it again, goes back to normal. And then this one to raise and lower your car. So this will only happen at low speeds. So if you push it, currently it's down, so now it's picking the car up. So you can see that it's raised. I'll push it again. You see the car going down. So that's when for your speed bumps and to get over little things in the road or curbs or whatever you need to do. And then that's the individual. So I can't remember what I've done that for individual. I've set it for something. It's only got so many function options you can set it for. I'll have a play with that. These are the fixed aircon units. Doesn't particularly bother me. I like them, they look good. I think that is the standard one as people are doing. You know, you can get your fingers around there. That's just for visual. That's our hazard warning light. There's a button on there. Yeah. I'll go to the driver's door. She's got the like carbon interior option, which is really nice. There's another speaker there, I think. Another speaker there. Another speaker there. Don't know, but I'm guessing another speaker there. Bit of a speaker on the front, but this sound system is ridiculously good. It is just so good. Where is it? Media. There we are. Burmeister, and it gives you options of how you want to listen to it. So me and Evan have been messing around with just a couple of the modes on it. And again, we'll do a bit more in time. I don't know what the ability is with music in your car and when you put it on YouTube. I'm not too sure. And nip out now and have a look in the back. Just see I've got my little wiper, which is good. If I push it not so hard, hopefully. Yeah, there we are. Because it's like a haptic unit, so if I push it hard as I go, it does things with it. So yeah, and that's your button there for charging. Push a bit harder. So currently we're on 100%, 219 miles. We will find out. And again, I think it changes, I'm guessing, to do with how you've driven it, what mode you're in. So if you look at that, we're currently in normal. If I turn the dial, this one to the left, it should put us into range mode. And then it says 225 miles. Turn it back around again. No, okay, clockwise. Normal, sport, sport plus 208. Seems to be like a 5 mile individual. Well, it needs to set your individual. Yeah, 213, 6 mile, 218. Okay, there's a 5-6 mile difference. So we'll find out. I think it is one of those that as you drive it, if you drive it in that mode, hard or not, then that will give you obviously the relative use of battery, and it is basically a battery, and the harder you use a battery, the quicker it will run down. So that's your door, that's your handle, which is nice, little bit of resistance there. And then that's the, so you can move your mirrors and windows, so that's your passenger window, your window, back, left and right, and then that's for your mirrors. That locks the back windows if you've got children. That folds in your mirrors. If I do that, there it goes. Up it comes. Push it again, down it goes. Okay, so I think that's a bit of info for now. We'll have a quick look in the back, and then we'll go and take it for a drive later, probably. So, Taycan, seatbelt's plugged in, unplug them, and then that's got your units if you've got those kind of seats. So, we haven't, we don't have children of that age anymore. Oh, that's small. So that is the 5th seat function. How do I get that down? Put that. Okay, it's got a little handle you have to release. That then catches into that, because I'm wondering maybe if it's got a, that's combined there, so when we drop the seat down, you've got the top there of your seat, your child seat, same there, top tether. How does that work? There you go. So you lift that up and then tether your seat to that. That's the headrests. Lift that back up. Kind of sit down, as you can see. That's your foot garage, as Porsche tell us it is. Someone's been in the back of this one. It's a bit mucky. There's your Burmeister again. What's that? Don't know. What's that about? It's got like a... Oh, there we go. So, yeah, take on that. See the back of the front seat. Oh, it's lovely here. Oh, yes, indeed. So when we were out, as I'm saying that, I remember someone was in the back when we went for a spin, and they were saying how nice it was to sit in here because the view was just superb. And it isn't actually too bad, as tight as I think everyone says with the foot. Well, you're going to get your feet in. Once your feet are there, yeah, that's okay. I like that. I don't know how it would be if there was 3 of us in the back. You think about that, there's me, someone there, and then we'd have a person in the middle. But it's always good for emergencies if you need to take that extra person, or just on a short distance, I suppose. So same thing. That's all the back there. That's the buttons. These are heated seats in the back. Okay. So what I'll do, 24 minutes. I tell you what, I'll have a look up on the menu we were talking about is the massage function on the seats. So again, this is the 14Y seat. That's there. That's that function there. And if you go into the main menu, I like using this one. Oh, I think it's on car. So if you go to vehicle, comfort, driver seat, massage program. There we go. And that does that. And then I can feel that going my back. Might be able to hear it, you'll be able to see it. I'll try it on the passenger side. So you can hear the noise, but it's basically pushing like rods or something, little adapters in the back. So if I go passenger seat, passenger seat. Stretch and see the bottom there, lift out, and the back. I don't know if you can see that on there. And then back there. And back to the bottom. So just function, it basically goes there. That one, that one, that one on the top. It's actually quite a nice feature. Turn that off. If I go to passenger seat, back to driver seat, turn that off. There we are. Okay, back to home. And again, within here, lots of different options, lots of menus. I'm just getting used to it, so I don't know. Charge, vehicle not connected. You got timers, you got profiles, preheat or pre-cool. That's off. This little LTE button, there we are, brings up options. So we've got my phone, we've got Evan's phone, integrated SIM in the car. So, which is I found already, Evan really likes. So when we're driving around, he'll put his phone on, he'll have Bluetooth, and then he plays his music. So again, that's fine by me. It's usually pretty good. Okay. Right, I'll leave it at that for now. I'll do some more of the outside later and then go for a drive. See you in a bit.